From West Potomac High School in Alexandria, Virginia, it's TV News Today.
Never before has safety in schools been such a major concern. With a growing student population across the country, schools are quickly finding how difficult to monitor everything happening on campus during all times of day. Naturally, the solution came in the form of technology. West Potomac is looking to join 19 other Fairfax County schools that already have security cameras on the premises.
I don't want security cameras at Westpo because I won't have my afternoon caffeine to get me through math.
The cameras aren't going to be watched all the time. So it's like, oh, how are we going to know when someone comes in? You know, there's no point. You're just spending $10,000 to see a bunch of skippers walk through the halls at a certain amount of time. You're not going to see anyone come into the school if they have bad intentions.
One of those schools is Jeb Stuart High School, who installed cameras inside the school as well as outside in light of a year full of pranks ranging from frequent pulled fire alarms, a student-caused sprinkler flood, a trash can fire in the boys' bathroom, and a rough senior prank night before the final day of school that involved spray painting and egging the building as well as super gluing the front doors.
Personally, I think the security cameras are a bonus. I went to a high school that had security cameras and they were very useful for a lot of different things that occurred within the building. As far as Stewart goes, we haven't had a fire drill pulled for every single day for the almost 2 weeks, unlike last year. So there's definitely been some kind of improvement.
Or they would just like stay in the bathrooms and stuff, and so I think that's how it changed, because like people don't like do as much bad stuff anymore, because like they're scared they're gonna get caught, because last year was easier.
Well, ever since the security cameras and Ms. Gross came in, there are no kids. There are rarely any kids wandering the halls. I rarely see people skip class and go in the bathroom. Like last year when I would go into the bathroom during class, almost all the stalls would be occupied with people just sitting there on their phones. I don't see that anymore.
Students are still able to walk out the front door without consequences as long as they don't get caught by an administrator. It seems as though they're really for figuring out the culprits to endangering stunts and preventing any more senior pranks. Will it work? Only time will tell.
In the past, Starbucks has decorated their red winter cups with snowflakes, snowmen, reindeer ornaments, and Christmas trees. But after some complaints arose about Starbucks endorsing Christmas and ignoring other holidays, they took those designs off and left the cups with just the color red. This opened the floodgates to a torrent of full-bodied, scalding hot, fair trade certified outrage from parts of the Christian community. Figures like Donald Trump and Neil Young are calling for a boycott of Starbucks, while others are saying this is another battle in the never-ending war on Christmas. We go to Andrea Lugo, who took to the hallways to see what the people of Westpo thought.
Well, I don't feel that much about a cup. It's more about the recipe. So if the drink changes, then I'll be pissed. But if it doesn't, then, Starbucks is Starbucks.
Right.
Knock down people who are trying to sell coffee at a coffee shop. It makes no difference. So I don't buy in. So shame on the Fourth Estate and shame on social media.
There's so much other things to worry about. I'm not offended by the red cup.
I already know it's Christmas. I think, if anything, if you want to satisfy yourself, you can have a little pen, color on the cup if you want to.
Well, I'm a Catholic, and to me, Christmas means the Nativity, the birth of Christ. Snowflakes, Jack Frost, holly, ivy are all superfluous because it's only one meaning for me, so a red cup isn't going to make it or break it.
Well, it has definitely become very generalized and it's marketed at everyone, but no, not everyone celebrates Christmas, and I really do think that needs to be addressed and we need to stop doing that. But I mean, the cups are a good step, but it's not going to change the way that incredibly conservative people think, unfortunately.
People have too much time on their hands, and they get offended as a hobby. They find things to get offended by. How you could be offended by taking a snowflake off a coffee cup is beyond me.
All right, first of all, let's get real. They're skipping a lot of holidays. We need some camo cups for Veterans Day. We need some turkey cups for Thanksgiving. Those come before any sort of snow in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Second of all, that coffee is just not good. End of story.
Thank you.
people didn't seem to be offended enough. So Michael Curtin pulled out all the stops and interviewed Mr. Carteret and Mr. Kearns, the sponsors of Young Democrats and Young Republicans.
Why do you think people are saying that there's a war on Christmas?
I don't know. I mean, this has been going on for decades. It's just not like now, like last year, like the last 2 years. I don't think there's a war. I think some people don't want to celebrate it. They may be Jewish or of non-Christian faith. I don't know. It's a season to be happy, to be thankful. So maybe some crowd, maybe group of people are just unhappy. Hopefully not.
Aren't they obligated to hold everyone's hand and make sure no one's hurt?
No. I think that if Starbucks eliminated all colors from their cup and just a white cup with the black label, said, we're just going to be completely neutral. Somebody's going to complain about that. Well, you got a white cup here now. I like to have some colors. It's Halloween. Let's have it orange. It's Easter. Let's have it pink. It's just, if you can't deal with it, and you feel offended, then don't walk through the front door.
So what have you heard about the cup controversy at Starbucks?
I believe that there are some people saying that it's some sort of satanic conspiracy, war on Christmas.
Why do you think people are hurt at all by it?
Because they're not thinking these things all the way through. There is no war on Christmas. Starbucks is not waging war on Christmas.
Well, why are people saying there's a war on Christmas?
Because Donald Trump said that Starbucks is waging a war on Christmas.
Fair enough.
We interviewed dozens of people, and we still couldn't find anybody actually offended by the cups. So please let us know what you think. I'm Jackson Kosmacki. Thank you for watching.
Hello there, West Potomac. Happy holidays. I hope you've all been good little boys and girls this year. How's R in period 2 pre-calc? You better watch yourself. Now, you all might be wondering why Santa's here and not at the shopping mall taking pictures, on the street ringing bells, or acting in a classic claymation movie. Well, Steve, I'm here to tell you the story of how Santa got to be in all those places, and how Christmas and the holiday season got to be such a big deal. It all started in a faraway land called Potomac in what is today Turkey, around 280 AD. There lived a monk by the name of Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas was renowned for his kindness, and his extreme generosity inspired legend for many years after his death. He traveled far and wide, giving away his inherited wealth to those in need. In one particular story, he saved 3 children from slavery by leaving them gold coins hidden in socks. Sound familiar? No. Way up north in Europe, during the darkest days of medieval winter, ancient pagan tribes lit their small huts with candles and hung up fir branches during the winter solstice. Yule time it was called, applauding the spring that's sure to come. This is when little children left their shoes on their doorstep, awaiting the Norse god Odin, riding his 8-legged horse to leave them treats. Hundreds of years later, when the Christians moved up north from Rome, they wanted to convert the pagans, but they didn't go about it willy-nilly. Heavens no. To make the transition easier, they kept their pagan holiday where it was, but altered the meaning. The Yuletide season no longer celebrated the winter solstice, but the birth of Jesus Christ. Even though, historically speaking, Jesus was most likely born in the spring. Their stories and traditions, like the ingredients in chocolate chip cookie dough, melded and mixed to create a new hybrid holiday, Christmas. And that's how old Santa came to be. Now, you West Potomac children have a joyous holiday. Whichever one doesn't matter, but if you keep joy in your heart and love in your soul, old Santa just might pay you a visit on Christmas Eve.